Hi everybody, it's Nicole. I wasn't going to do another video so soon. Okay, now be honest. How many of you clicked on this video just because of the title? If I know my friends and family, they did not hesitate. I might, however, have one bedroom confession to share. That's right. Frogs. Anyways, no. I wasn't going to do another video so soon, one, because it's so soon, two, because there's so many videos floating around right now about New Year's resolutions. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I don't like to, piggyback on others' ideas, which, I mean, everybody kind of has the same idea really in the long run, right? But anyhow, no, I'm actually kind of glad that I didn't do one the other day, because it gave me a little bit more time to think, what is it that will make me a better person this year? And I realized I already really have what makes me a better person on an everyday basis. Excuse me, sorry. And those are the people that I have in my life. Whether I see them every day, or I see them once a month, once every 6 months, even maybe once a year, or don't really get to see them at all, but interact, which I'm going to get to that because human interaction is so lacking and I'm so guilty of it. Same as everyone. But, what I realize is, those that really care about me, no matter how many times we're like, yeah, we need to get together, we need to see, and I'm like, yeah, definitely I will text you my schedule. And then I never text my schedule. So that is something that I want to work on this year, is the whole human interaction, because not that it's necessarily a bad thing, because it has brought me, I do get to interact a little bit more, or at least be able to see into the lives of, people that I care about that I wouldn't get to see every day or even once a year. And through social media and things of that nature. But at the same time, it is kind of like a double-edged sword, because we rely so heavily on it to be involved, I guess. And really, like, how often do you hear, or even feel like you haven't even gotten a text message from someone, or you've been guilty of not, sending a text message to someone that you care about for weeks, months, and it's like we trick ourselves into thinking that we don't have the time, but really, to send a text message, it's like, it takes a second, you know what I mean? But we just get so wrapped up in our lives that we, like I said, we trick ourselves into thinking that we don't have the time. So if we don't have the time for text message, where's the time for real human interaction? And human interaction is so important. So that's something that I do want to work on. So, hey, if you send me a text message and I'm like, yeah, let's get together, I'll text you my schedule, and you don't hear from me, just, blow my phone up if you have to. I'll get back. My stepdaughter even says, "Lady, you suck at responding." I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, but I love you. And then, of course, my other daughters are like, "She does it to everyone, don't take it personally." And I really do. You know, I might open a message and think that I've responded or have the intention of responding, and then I don't do it. So I'm sorry if you're one of them. Sometimes I'll be honest. Sometimes I can be like, I'll reply later. It's not because I don't care. It's just because, I don't know, I have to be in a mood. But anyway, it's like 2 a.m. But I just felt the need to do this video. Yeah, just, if it's something that's important to you, regardless of what you tell yourself about the time you have in your lives, you have time for things that you care about. You just have to weed out the things that aren't as important. So, yeah. And I'm just, my relationships that I have in my life just overwhelm me with gratitude. So I am just so grateful and so blessed. And I've been through a lot of shit in my life, and I did allow myself to be a victim of those things for years, and there's nothing wrong with being in your own pain when you've gone through something really traumatic. Just don't allow yourself to stay the victim. Life's gonna throw you some punches, and sometimes you gotta take them, but ultimately you have to decide when to punch back. So I decided I don't want those things to control me anymore, and I don't want to let them dictate how I live my life, because I deserve so much better. We just have to learn from our experiences, and with that, decide, I guess, what path we want to go down. Do we want to stay the victim, or do we want to be a fighter? Do we want to be a survivor? Do we want to just exist, or do we want to really, like, you know, come back with a vengeance? And I choose to come back with a vengeance, and I've gained so much confidence through my relationships. I used to be a really painfully shy, backwards, kid. I mean, some of my friends have told me I've always been really outspoken, and I'm like, have I been? I just remember being so painfully shy and so painfully awkward, but, I was the poor fat girl growing up. I don't like to call myself fat now. I'm voluptuous. And what movie was that with? Must Love Dogs, when they're doing the ad. I don't know if anybody's seen the movie, but when they're doing the ad and they put on their voluptuous, and then they meet, and he's like, I just assumed voluptuous was, yeah. So us thick girls, we're voluptuous, but we're sexy. So anyway, yeah, so I find myself not as shy, and I'm not afraid to always go and do things around a group of strangers, and it's just great. Like this Christmas, I went to my first ever work Christmas party, and I didn't want to go by myself. I'm like, I need a date, but I couldn't find one. And I told myself I wasn't going to go if I couldn't find a date. So I decided I was going to go. And I went, and I met this guy, and he was like, "Hey, and I didn't find one, but to be honest, I didn't really put in a lot of effort. I asked one person. But anyways, I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to miss out on this opportunity, even though I was a little nervous. Like, I do have anxiety, and I really thought like I might just not survive this until, you know, got there and everything. But I decided, with or without a date, I was gonna go. So I just carpooled with a coworker, and it ended up being such a blast. I had such a good time. I was not afraid to interact, and this wasn't like just your office party. This was, I believe, we had managers from 16 of my company's stores at this party. And I mean, of course, there was alcohol involved, so by the time we had arrived, there were quite a few that were already, you know, having a really good time. So that was fun. And then, you know, they just had these little games to play, and I visited the bar, I played the games. I mean, yeah, and then just being with my coworkers was a really good time. But yeah, you got to be open to experiences, and that wouldn't have been me, you know, even a few years ago. That wouldn't have been me. I would have been so totally uncomfortable. I never would have went. Like, my anxiety would have been like through the roof, and be like, no, there's no way I can do that. I wouldn't survive being around that many people. But just because I didn't have confidence in myself, I didn't, you know, just because, like I said, even though I was trying not to be the victim, I was still, parts of me still had up those walls and didn't quite believe in myself. So, and that is something I hear from, you know, the higher supervisors too. You know, Nicole, you just got to have more confidence in yourself. You have more to offer than you're giving, and you have more to offer than you think you do. So they just, you know, want to see me in my element, find my element. But yeah, but I wouldn't be the person that I am without the relationships that I have. And yeah, we all need a little bit more human interaction. I think it's a good thing, it's a healthy thing, and yeah. So, bedroom confessions. No, I have no more bedroom confessions. That's all you get, just my frogs. But yeah. So not necessarily a resolution, I would say, because there's no real resolution until you're dead. And hopefully, you know, that's not anytime soon. So, and hopefully when it is your time, my time, I don't have anything that I need to resolve. Because, I mean, kind of what a resolution is resolving something that needs fixed. And I think the only thing that I want to focus on this year is my relationships and just my continued, you know, self-improvement, growth as a person. Every day we grow. If we're learning even one thing, we're growing. So, hey, isn't that what life's about? Life's a journey, right? There's so many sayings. What's your favorite saying about life? Is it, you know, I don't want to be two ships in the night or anything like that. But anyways, I'm sorry. Like I said, it's like a little after 2. Once again, I can't see shit without my glasses. So I can't really read the time. I just know that it's after 2 o'clock in the morning. But I hope that you all have something in your life that you are grateful for. If not, even if you have to dig down deep, dig. dig the shit out of yourself just to find that one little thing, because it can really make a huge difference. And everybody deserves to have something that they're happy about or grateful for. And if you're grateful for things, I know for me, the things that I'm grateful for and that I've really had time to think about has made me realize I want to lead a more graceful life. Graceful, with my time, graceful with my wisdom. So yeah, I don't mean, you can't walk a straight line or you trip over your own 2 feet. That kind of graceful, because you don't work with me, you don't live with me, so I don't know. Some of you do. Some of you live with me and some of you work with me. So those of you that do know I'm not always the most graceful person, but that's a whole nother story. Anyways, live, laugh, love, and be happy. Be happy and share it. It would be such a shame to waste